Hail adventurers, welcome back to the Wyvern's Lair. I am DM Wyvern, returning to Warhammer 40,000, Rogue Trader, and the Grim Dark of the 41st Millennium. Before we go any further, let me go ahead and lower the master volume. We're going to lower the master volume by 60%. Apply. Yes. Is that better? Maybe 50%? Try that. Sure, we'll go with 50%. So, we're done with the settings there. Hopefully it's not too overbearingly loud over my voice. Welcome back to the Wyvern's Lair. Welcome back to Rogue Trader. Two things to excuse me, share with you all before we dive in. I thought about the Rogue Trader closed beta. I asked my community what they would like to see here. Whether they want me to play through the entirety of the closed beta experience or save the experience of Rogue Trader for full release, and the majority encouraged me to wait for the full release of the game. So that being the case, we're going to do 4 2-hour episodes, maybe a fifth, and no more. So this will be a limited run. We're not going to play through the entirety of closed beta. We're going to sample it and then put it aside for full release. Secondly, I just came back from designated filling. So filling done, so half my face is numb, and therefore I may sound a little unusual this evening. But it's not going to hold us back from diving back into our Let's Play. Gone Soulfire, thank you for stopping by. I understand it's a late hour for you, sir, out there in the East Coast. Alright, we're back. Having slain some heretics.
A new challenge for me?
Let's exit. Alright, zone map. Here's a map of the Void Ship. It consists of several parts between which you can move. Some parts are not yet available, but over time your character will be able to visit them. Click the left mouse button on the active, on the active part of the Void Ship to move there. Got it. So we're here in the Navigator's Sanctum. Hey, Kevin Lauder. Welcome. Good to have you here. And so we arrive. Welcome to the Grim Dark future of the 41st Millennium, Kevin Lauder. Can't be good. Idara, the woman before you, whips around and gazes straight at you, her eyes glowing with otherworldly light. And so he will enter the halls of the blinded guide, and witness the radiance of the final dawn through the cracks, and fall victim to a whim of fate. Kevin Lauder says, do you know if this will be on the PlayStation 4? That I do not know. I do not know Owlcat's plans to port Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader to console, but I would imagine they'd have strong incentive to try and do so. It just would result in more sales for them. I suspect what's going to happen is they will fully build out Rogue Trader on PC first, and once it is, let's say, DLC complete, then they will port it over to consoles. It's quite expensive porting a game from PC to console. There's a bit of investment involved. In any case, Abelard says, Master Wyvern, watch your head. Abelard. Dira. Abelard grumbles as he dusts himself off and grips his weapon again. Would it be too much to ask that you phrase your two sayings plainly for once? That was too close. Looks like a little bug over here. Adira says the woman bursts into a guttural, drunken laughter. Sorry, old man. The voices are so loud I can't even hear myself. They shriek, they sing. Oh, Abelard, how they sing. Abelard says, Wyvern, this is Adira Sals, personal psyker and diviner of her ladyship, Theodora von Valencius. Abelard looks her up and down. Adira. I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the ship's fate, to die in the waves of the immaterial, fall under the burning rays of the final dawn. And in the roaring blaze, I see a figure standing. Who is it? Who? I have no answer. Adventurers, please join me in welcoming our great friend Lemon Pledge, dropping the lemons. Lemon, my friend, I haven't seen you streaming on your channel over the last couple of days. I hope all is well with you and your young family. I know you've been taking care of your daughter, pitching in as husband and father over there, which I find incredibly commendable. The entity in your consciousness shrinks and crawls in deeper, its claws scraping against the walls of your mind as if the presence is trying to hide from the seer standing before you. Interesting. A diviner, are you? Adira nods, yet her gaze is directed somewhere away from me. The voices from beyond the threshold whisper to me. Sometimes their murmurs are clear. They grant insight. Sometimes they drive me mad. But I am patient. I know how to listen and discern. But now, with this clamor around me, too many voices, too loud. Kevin Lauder says, I started Inquisitor Martyr a few weeks ago, and I like it, but pretty boring solo. That is the thing with those kind of games, Kevin Lauder. They tend to be more enjoyable with friends. And Inquisitor, being a Diablo clone, I can imagine not being so great solo. Lumpud says, yeah, no issues, just teething like crazy and not sleeping the night lately. So taking turns with wifey, which means I haven't been sleeping much. So just haven't had the energy to get up super early to stream, then go to work. I don't blame you, Pledge. I too have been sleeping in a little bit. Not because I have a teething baby to take care of, but just because I absolutely love my rest. So I don't blame you for grabbing those Z's. Hey, adventurers, please join me in welcoming Philosophist Rex to the Wyvern's Lair, saying, hey, DM Wyvern, hey, Rex, good to have you here. Kevin says, nice, Lemon. Kids are crazy. I got 3 daughters. Oh, cool, Kevin. Adira says, Adira turns her head to you, her vacant eyes flaring like embers. And you are Wyvern von Valencius, one of Lady Theodora's heirs. Well then, we finally meet. Adira's a babe. Box skull. You hear a few clicks from the relays in the servo skull, which has followed you all the way here, and Theodora's scrambled words give way to a voice vaguely familiar to you. Officer's frequency. To all who can hear me, those with the weapon in their hands are to gather on the officer's deck at once. I repeat, gather on the officer's deck at once and prepare to launch a counterattack. Lemon Pledge, are you going to do a playthrough of Rogue Trader when it comes out? Abelard. How about you, Rex? Are you thinking of getting into Rogue Trader? That's Ebelthard, Emperor's Providence. The other heir lives as well. Quickly, we must head to... Adira, not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, no number of Lady Theodora's heirs will be of use to us anymore. If Edelthard, like me, has not yet surrendered either mind or body to the mercy of the warp, then he can still hold out a little without us. Abelard spits out a florid curse, blasting it right. First, we need to deal with what is happening here. Lemplet says, I have zero knowledge of Warhammer 40,000, and I have no idea what this game is. Okay. Alright, for some reason I thought you might have been familiar with Warhammer 40,000, given your Let's Plays of Warhammer Total War. But Lost Rex says, unfortunately I'm clocking like 1 hour of gaming a day, if that these days. Hope to remedy that this weekend. Gotcha, Philosopher's Rex. My question to you is, do you think that you're going to showcase Rogue Trader on your channel? Philosopher's Rex is the content creator himself. I'm going to ask him, how do you know who I am? Adira says, what you think. What? You think Lady Theodora didn't ask me to peek into the darkness behind the backs of those she sees as her prospective heirs? Adira laughs in a deep voice. I have seen you, Wyvern. I have seen the footsteps of your past and the wounds of your heart. What are you doing here? Adira, the whispers call me, the ones I can make out amongst all the screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. They went after the navigator, our guide to the warp. Other whispers called me to the engineerium, but it was too late. I heard the cry of our master Cog and the silence that followed. Abelard. What? You don't mean the chief engineer is... Adira. Yes, Abelard. Dead. Without a doubt. And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each soul among the hundreds that are now joining the warp. The shriek from the navigator's sanctum was louder than the rest, and it's better that we save the navigator than some lever puller from a cooling module or a cook from the middle decks. We must see if the navigator is well. Adira. Oh, no. No. Nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin? The eyes watching you. The warp ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity. Adira freezes, then slaps her cheeks, rubs her face, and looks at you. The supernatural glow is gone from her eyes, and a smirk spreads across her lips. But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of things here suggests there's a navigator around, maybe one who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off our faces just yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So what are we moping around for? Let's go protect that noble mutant while we're still alive. Alright. Encyclopedia. Your party consists of several characters. To select one of them, left mouse button on their portrait. To select several, hold left mouse button on location and draw a frame around the characters. To select all characters at once to give them a command, press backspace. There we go. Do a pause here and take a look at the chat. Thoughts Rex says, I'm trying to keep to like the top tier role-playing games, like the great classics of the genre. Dragon Age, Knights of the Old Republic, Baldur's Gate. Trying to sprinkle in top tier JRPGs like Chrono Trigger, but nobody really liked that. You know, Blots's Rex, it is very interesting. I kind of experienced the same thing on my channel too. I streamed some JRPG type content like Final Fantasy and Tactics Ogre. Didn't click. Good games, but it doesn't seem like there's that much of a thirst for them. Lamplet says, my knowledge is that it's Warhammer, the Chaos Gods, and whatnot, but just in the future with a lot more guns, more mutations, and apparently Skynet has taken over. Seriously though, I'm not sure Warhammer 40,000 is for me. I've seen people talk about it a lot lately, and everything coming forward just doesn't appeal to me. Honestly, Lem Pledge, I really do not like lore nerds. Like, they just drive me up the wall. It's easy clickbait video content, I get it. But, yeah, I don't die. I mean, like, I grew up with the Warhammer games, the tabletop games. But I'm in no way, like, a fanatic. I try to keep a nice, healthy separation between myself and absorbing too much fictional junk in my brain. Lots of Rex says, do you think there'd be a lot of overlap in the player base? But they say you gotta find your niche. That's true, and in fact, I'm gonna be unlisting a lot of videos on my channel in the days ahead. Clean it up a little bit and sort of give it a more clear identity. And I'm not gonna sacrifice, you know, the games that I enjoy playing. That's not gonna happen. But I think that I do need to be a little bit more consistent. Unlock door. Oh, it's the Servo Skull who's saying this thing. Okay, so that door is locked. We can get through this door, though. Already destroy this field, don't keep our master waiting. Alright, so it looks like they are trying to break through something. Who are these guys? Oh, they're the enemy. Alright, let's get to combat.
Annihilate them.
So now we get to position our characters, do we? Prepare for battle, place characters in their positions. So let's see. 2 and 2 and Heretic Psyker. Let's take out the Heretic Psyker, like right away. Let's F him up. So we'll take Wyvern, put him here. We'll take Abelard, put him maybe here-ish. Adira. We'll put Adira. Gosh, I'm not so sure what Adira can do as a character. We'll put her here just for the funsies to start battle. Oh no.
Why did I not foresee this?
Okay, Adira's a Psyker and Adept. As an Adept, she's able to study opponents and identify their weaknesses, but her unusual Psyker abilities allow her to deal damage to them. Adira can also buff allies with positive effects and weaken enemies with negative ones. Okay, so let's see, what do we got? Oh, they're all going to get to take their turns before us, so that's great. Let's see. Let's take a look at all her abilities. Forewarning. Peering into the future of an ally, the Psyker is able to see the possible outcomes and potential dangers. The time of the predictions of the Psyker increases the target's dodge and parry by a certain amount until the end of combat. They really need to make that a little bit more clearer, that formula. Study enemies. The Adept randomly distributes stacks of clue marks among enemies in a 4-square radius within a 10-cell range. Clues remain until the end of combat and can add insight. A character increases damage against the studied enemies. The Adept hits a target with clue. It deals additional damage, removes 1 stack of clue, and provides +1 insight to the Adept until the end of combat. Psychic Shriek. The Psyker attacks the creature by focusing all the will behind one massive Psyker attack. We have Exposed Weakness. Removes 1 stack of clue from the target to decrease its dodge, parry, and armor by a certain amount for 1 round. Alright. That's right, Lemon Pledge, I agree. Being a YouTuber makes streaming or making videos on games really hard. Okay, so can we Psychic Shriek you? We can. That's going to do a nice amount of damage. What's this? Lightning Arc. Spends all move points with the ability to use attack abilities. Sure, let's go with this Psyker Shriek. Why not? On the Heretic. 7 damage on him. Excellent. And that will be the end of Adira's turn. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Yes, end her turn. Here comes the Heretic Brawler. Parry, excellent. Sharpshooter, not good. Oh gosh. Oh, miss. Good.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Alright, use the hologram to gauge the efficiency of your character's actions in combat. Click the left mouse button in the battlefield to place the character's hologram. Select an ability or a single shot to see the expected effect of using them. To confirm your choice and perform the chosen action, click the left mouse button again. To cancel the choice, press the escape key. Pressing the right mouse button anywhere on the screen will remove the hologram from the battlefield. Oh, interesting. Let's save the game and take a look at this. Alright. Let's say you want to play a bunch of games, no problem, but don't stop doing that and vice versa. Your audience will not grow. Will grow or not grow depending upon it. Lots of Shrek says, that's good advice, Lemon Pledge. I think later in life I'll take YouTube more seriously, but right now it doesn't take priority, so it's hard to be consistent. I agree. YouTube is good, but it's not a priority for me either. Okay, so let's get rid of that Heretic Brawler. Let's charge. How How much AP does that take? 1. Okay, so we're gonna charge here.
Not a problem for me. Nothing of value has been lost.
Whoa! Holy smokes! Pistol burst. 17% versus 34%. Here we go. We got something. A little bit of a wound on the Heretic Psyker using our ability Pistol Burst. So we charged into that Heretic Brawler, slew him in 1 hit, and then used Pistol Burst to put a little bit of extra damage on that Heretic Psyker. Alright, we can't pass up a chance to wreck these guys, so we're going to step forward with Abelard here. Oh, there's the hologram. Excellent. And then what is this? Yeah, let's do that.
What newer target?
Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So we used our ability Slash to slay both of those cultists. And now the Heretic Psyker is still up. Single weapon attack. Expose weakness. Heretic Sharpshooter's next. Let's see if we can take him out.
Will do. Farewell.
We can. With Psychic Shriek. That leaves Wyvern wide open to wreck this guy's day.
Done.
Oh. Okay.
All too easy.
Let's see if we can hit. We can.
You didn't stand a chance.
Beautiful. Vesipidas. The creature in the chair appears as if it has become one with its throne. You see a pink, parchment-like skin stretched between the seat and the limbs that have too many joints for a normal human being. The navigator is breathing heavily, with the air whistling as it exits through the 2 dark, gill-like slits on his cheeks. The creature's eyes are shut, the 2 ordinary eyes as well as the 3rd one that sits in the center of its forehead. Abelard. I believe Master Vesipidas still lives. Abelard flinches at the sight of the stretched skin and the dark marks on the face of the creature. Servants are dead. Chamber, thank the Emperor, is still sealed from the warp. Well, we have a chance of leaving this place alive. Then I address Adira. What is wrong with him? Adira winces, wounded, exhausted, fighting back the endless horrors of the warp that are forcing their way into his head. Pick one. The navigator stirs, barely able to lift his head and half open his normal eyes. A dark drop rolls from under the closed lid of the 3rd eye and down his face, leaving behind a black trim. Your time is short. The voice is coming from the Vox grill at the base of the bizarre chair. It's unclear how the navigator is able to produce human speech. Our time is short to do what? I'm going to say we're in need of help. We have to get you out of that chair. I'm going to choose number 1. Our time is short to do what? Adventurers, please join me in welcoming Clavis No, saying I is here, all should fear, and David Woomer. That's right, more Warhammer 40,000 rogue trader, David Woomer. Suddenly, the navigator's body starts thrashing in place, lurches forward, then falls back onto the seat, then presses forward again as its bones crack and its skin tears open. However, the fusion between the body and the chair appears to be stronger than these wild impetuses. The mutant remains seated, but leans as far forward as he can, his layered raiment slowly turning crimson. The gill slits burst open, forming 2 hideous screaming mouth-like pits. Fall to your knees, mortals, and behold the final dawn. Adira shrieks in terror. It came from beyond. His body is not his. Adira's scream is echoed by the silent cries in your head. The unseen creature triumphs at the sight of the navigator, succumbing to the paroxysms of corruption. Vesipidas says its march thunders under the burden of hopes. Unseal your hearts, and I will flood your souls with myriads of words and meanings, each one a portent of salvation within me. The navigator continues to convulse violently in his seat, shrieking and cackling. But then his fit stops abruptly. His face is drenched in black and crimson. The dark ooze from under his third eyelid has turned from a trickle into a stream mixed with the blood coming out of his nose, and there is purplish swelling around the eye. Vesipidas, run! Flee from this place while I still have the strength. The words come out of the box as a labored rattle. I can contain the intrusion, but not for long. You must begin the translation. Leave the warp, but it can't be done without the Master Helmsman's help. Address Abelard. The navigator is still alive, but barely so. What do we do now? Abelard, the seneschal, gazes at the figure in the chair. The ship can only begin the translation with the assistance of the Master Helmsman, if he's still alive. It is worth a try. We must get to the bridge, but we will need support. Our only option is to fight our way to the officer's deck and join forces with Edelthard and his people. I believe we will also find Lady Theodora there. She must have heard the call to arms that the servo skull relayed to us earlier. Adira reaches her hand out toward the navigator, but pulls it back at the last moment. Vesipidas, good luck, and thank you. The navigator does not give her a response. Black tears mixed with blood are streaming from under the closed eyelids, and the vox at the base of the chair is bellowing out static interspersed with distant echoes of otherworldly laughter. Let's see if we can take a look at this. We can see the navigator here. The navigator seems dead. Only the slight movement of his chest and the twitching of his eyelids let you know that he is still clinging to life. Let's take a look at our mission. We have initiative. All combatants take actions in turns. The order is determined by initiative roll. The order of turns is displayed on the left side of the screen from bottom to top. The character at the very bottom goes first, then the one that is above them, and so on. Got it. Alright. Servo skull from the Warden Chamber has relayed Edelthard's message. The heir is alive and is gathering people loyal to the dynasty to storm the bridge. It is paramount to make it to this meeting to unite forces with Edelthard and confront Conrad. Alright. Okay. By right of blood continues.
It's about time.
Let's take a look at what we have here. Alright, they have axes, they have a scrappy auto gun, auto pistol. Alright, none of these are worthy to carry around. Let's take a look at this this bridge. We shall leave no item unlooted. Have here. The Navigator's Sanctum is the private haven, the ship's guide to the warp, and a death trap for anyone left inside after the translation to the Immaterium.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Okay, out we go. Let's see if this door is open now. Nope, still locked. Oh.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
We'll make our way back here. The officer's deck. Alright, gotcha. So that's the next place we can go. I imagine that in the full release there will be some lore here for the Void ship. continue. I shall pity not your enemies, I shall heed not your pleas.
I will take you down.
God Emperor, move through me. Be fire in my heart.
I told you he would protect us. My God, my light, my Emperor. Badass has entered the room. Argenta, the white-haired warrior, turns to face you, her dark eyes blazing. The weapon quivers in her hands. For a brief moment, it seems she's not going to stop, and will instead continue eliminating every target she sees, starting with you. Abelard. Sister Argenta. The Seneschal's voice carries the weight of a command, and it seems to bring the warrior out of her battle trance. Sister Argenta, it is a relief to see you in good health, well armed. We require all the forces we can muster. The young woman called Argenta lowers her weapon and scans your small party with an intense gaze. Then she sets her eyes on you. Your face. It is unfamiliar. Who are you? Say, Wyvern von Valentius, the Lord Captain's heir. Argenta gives you another stern appraisal. You catch something strange in the dark depths arise, some internal struggle, or a word's question. In the end, however, she nods. The hour is dark and daunting. The ship abounds with corruption. The faces of friends are twisted by sneers of heresy. The eyes of comrades are igniting with the arch-enemy's hunger. I will stand shoulder to shoulder with anyone willing to halt the advance of the dark forces. That is why you've come, isn't it? Take a look at this. Chaos, a malign metaphysical force composed of psychic energy that exists in an alternate dimension, the warp. The gods of chaos are monstrous beings, weaved from the mortal obsessions and fears. These ancient entities of unimaginable power and infinite malice endlessly seek to burst into real space and lay ruin to the real space and its inhabitants. Abelard says, Sister, I beg of you. Abelard appears to be losing his patience. Now is not the time for interrogations. The ship is under attack by heretics. We've been betrayed by our esteemed Master of Whispers. Edelthrad, the heir, is waiting for our aid, and Lord Captain Theodora is expecting a report on our success. Of course we are here to deal with the situation, so I suggest we all do just that. I'm going to say, the Seneschal is right. There is no time for talk. Argenta. Very well. Let us leave it at that. Argenta raises her chin proudly. I cannot wait to rain fire upon more heretics, each and every one of them. I'm going to say, who are these people with you? Overseer of Middle Deck AL-84, my lord. We were rounding up everyone we could find in the attack departments when we ran into an ambush. Just about every enforcer fell. These are the survivors. I'm going to say, what is happening on the officer's deck? Massacre, my lord, says the Overseer. And heretics not just killing the crew. Some kind of blight is seeping through the decks, filling the air. I saw people going mad the moment they breathed it in, screaming about seeing their dead comrades, tearing out their eyes. I implore you, my lord, be on your guard. We must get to the main hall of the deck. Through the door, Argenta says, nodding at the passage to your right. I'll go with you. I can't wait to destroy those who encroached on the God Emperor's domain. Overseer, we will follow. For now, we will hold off any heretics who might try to crawl into the cracks to join the main assault, and we'll take a look at the generators while we're at it. Those villains made a mess of the cables. Oh, I wish we had a technomat with us. But we'll see what we can do without one. Abelard. Good to hear it, sister. Argenta. Ready. May Terra's light illuminate our path through fire and darkness. Excellent. Hold tab to highlight objects with your character that your character can interact with. Oh, there we go. Oh, perfect. It's going to make it so much easier. So let's take a look at this. The door is closed, but the lock looks intact. It can probably be opened with the right tool. Okay. So we have goods here. Let's take a look at what we have here. A well-maintained axe, which would be a nice upgrade for us. So we're going to put it to inventory. Accept. We got a tutorial pop up here. To open a jam door, click on the icon. The character with the highest tech use skill score will make a skill check. If this check fails, the door will remain closed. To open it, you can use special items or abilities. For example, a melted charge will destroy the door and clear the path. A particularly bad tech roll can cause the door to become permanently stuck and impossible to open. Great. First of all, let's get this equipped. This well-maintained axe is going to be a nice little upgrade. A little bit more damage. Oh. Take off. Okay, there we go. Boom. Perfect. Now we got the well-maintained axe equipped. Nope. Don't have that one. Take off. There we go. Well-maintained axe. Excellent. That's what we wanted. Looks a little better too. Take a look at this. The explosion blasted a hole through the door large enough for a person to get through. We can't get through that.
New challenge for me?
Let's take a look. Long live Lord Captain. Covering your back, Grace, we won't let anyone get through. Some more goods here. A deck enforcer. Not a single pest will slip through the rest. Rest assured, sorry. Maglev Impeller. 20% of ranged. What is this? Okay, I guess we're going to send all that to the cargo. Take a look at this. The door will not move an inch if it is blocked.
Follow my lead.
Okay, so let's go ahead and see if we can get someone to use their tech skill to open this door. Abelard is going to take a go.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
Okay. The success of your actions in the game is determined by the roll of 100-sided dice. Each skill check has a difficulty between 1 and 100. To succeed, you must roll a value less than the sum of the stated difficulty and the value of the used skill. For example, check difficulty equals -10, character's tech use skill equals 40, so 40 minus 10 equals 30. To succeed on a skill check, you need to get a score of 30 or lower. Any result above 30 will result in failure. Wow. The higher the character's abilities, the easier it is to succeed on skill checks. Your party will face checks regularly, in combat, in dialogues, and while exploring the world. Your characters and their companions can become proficient in different areas, depending upon what skills you develop for each of them. Good job, Abelard. Combat.
Death will find you soon enough!
I'll turn you into corpse starch.
Here, cutthroat. How do we want to start this? Okay, let's put Adira behind some cover. Argenta, I got the feeling. Let's see. Cutthroat Heretic. I don't want to split the party. I want to kind of carve a path to destruction insofar as we can. So let's put Abelard here. Argenta can be somewhere here, maybe. Okay. Why is she? There we go. Oh, for some reason I can't place her there. Oh, there we go. I was able to place her. Some wonky controls. Come on. Move here. I'm trying to put her right at the edge. Just out of, you know, sheer stubbornness. Oh my gosh, really? This is I think perhaps a beta bug. So let's just interesting. I'm trying to figure out where the sensitivity is here. There we go. We'll accept that because I don't have all evening to get that going. Welcome back, Lemon Pledge. Welcome back, welcome back. Off we go into combat. Abelard parried. Got a heretic cutthroat, probably taking a shot at who? Ow! Wyvern. Some weapons can be fired in bursts, attacking multiple enemies at the same time. When using the burst fire, choose not the target but the direction of the shots. Remember, companions caught in the line of fire can also get hurt. Okay. So now we are here with Argenta. And how far can Argenta move? She can move here, and she has burst fire. She's far too... What is this? Shot in the run. Warhammer. Dash. Does not provoke attacks of opportunities. Interesting. Once per turn. Okay. So let's move over here with Argenta.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone!
And take a look at burst fire. Burst fire actually can do quite a bit here. Percentages are really low though. Really low. But you know what? Let's check it out just for the fun of it. So here we go. Nice. We actually did some damage there. We didn't actually take anyone out, but still, kind of fun. All right, we're here with Abelard. Perfect. That's exactly what we want. With Abelard, we're going to go and do a slash. That should take out both of these guys.
It will be done. Reduced to dust.
Perfect. And do we want to do anything else? Do we want to charge? No, we can't charge anywhere. Let's see. We're going to go and brace for impact. Should help us out. And that'll be Abelard's turn. Don't you dare.
Stop
What?
mocking me.
Not bad. Full and partial cover gives you the opportunity to avoid enemy attacks. Full cover, indicated by a skull in the shield, reduces the chance to hit by 60%. Partial cover reduces it by 35%. At the same time, the chance to hit a character behind cover may vary depending upon the difficulty of the game you choose. Some covers can be destroyed by melee attacks, area attacks, and other abilities. Destructible covers have a durability bar above them. Single shot can penetrate any cover though. Oh, good to know. Baba says you don't want to go there. No means no, Wyvern. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take our movement. We can move... Jeez, this is not good for good old Wyvern. We can move here.
Never wavered in the face of adversity.
And then can we charge? Yes, we
Suits
can.
my purposes, nothing of value has been lost.
Excellent. And I will consider that a well-spent turn. We can't really do anything else. So, let's see, what is this? Okay, I think that's it for us. We can't really make an attack here. Oh, let's see. Can we shoot? Do we have a percentage here? It's not. We can't see him. So That's it. Alright, Adira, our Psyker, is up. Now, what's the range on this? No, that's not in range. What can we do? What's the range on this? Lightning. No shot. Okay. Damage 5. 1 creature within a 12 cell radius. Okay. So let's move up with Adira. She's going to be exposed, unfortunately, but no, you have to take risks. You do have to take risks
What is
in the
this
grimdark
foreboding?
future. So we're going to move Adira up and get her within range of one of her Psyker abilities. Let's see. This does how much? I don't know if that indicates a kill. Let's see. Where is Adira here in the turn order? Who's this? Oh shoot! I completely didn't see that guy. Yeah, let's get rid of him. More cultist reinforcements. Yep. All right, and let's see. One friendly creature within a 10 cell radius. Can we cast it on ourselves?
On it.
We can. Excellent. So we got 4 warning on Adira. That should make her a little bit more survivable. Being exposed. I'm glad that I cast it on her. Uh-oh. Ow. Some damage on Wyvern. Argenta is up. Oh, Argenta, I want you to do some serious damage here. So let's move Argenta up here.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
Let's see what we got. $41. 28%. Not really good odds, eh? 29, 48, 74%. We'll take the
Doubt is for the
74%.
weak.
Down you go. Do I get extra movement this way?
Faith without deeds is worthless.
I do. Oh well. Let's see, anything else we can do? Nope, that's it. We'll just end our turn with Argenta. And with Abelard, we will move here.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
We'll charge.
I'm not interested.
Oh no. Oh no, we messed up.
I'd rather not.
Unavailable.
I will do my duty.
Oh gosh. Alright, that's it. That was a bad turn. Okay, Wyvern's up. So how can we do this? We can move here. Can't quite wreck the charge both of these guys, can I? All right, let's Let's try this. Let's try this. 17, that's not really good odds. We can do a single strike here. 82%. Not necessarily guaranteed kill. We'll take it.
Problem for me.
Oh shoot! I should have used Reckless Strike. Well, poop.
Already done.
That could work. Oh, what happened? I don't understand why I stopped moving there. Anyway, this is gonna hurt. Alright, Adira's up. Those guys are quite tough, these guys here. So let's see. Adira can move. Let's move Adira here.
They who discern the future own the battlefield.
And Psychic Scream this Heretic Cutthroat. Cornelia says, "Oh shoot, you can't say the S word even the streamer." Also hi. Hey, adventurers, please welcome our friend Cornelius, joining us from Ragnarok Total Warland for our playthrough of Rogue Trader Warhammer 40,000. Alright, so we just took our turn with our character here. Let's go ahead and drop in these clues.
But of course,
Excellent. And we'll go ahead and end our turn. Oh, don't shoot, Wyvern. Oh, thank goodness, missed. Parried. Oh, thank goodness. Ow! Wyvern probably took a wound. Argenta's up. Okay. Alright, Argenta, you can move forwards here.
Rejoice in battle!
And we'll take the shot. God. Whoa! That's it? Okay. We'll go ahead and end our turn. Cornelia says, I kind of like Warhammer 40,000. From the moment I understood the weakness of my flesh, it sickened me. Alright, Avalard's up. Let's move Avalard here. Sure. Try the sword. Can we get a slash in? Yes, we can.
I took care of this one.
Down goes the cultists. Excellent. Can we charge? We cannot charge, unfortunately. That's his turn. With DM Wyvern, we can move here. So let's do that. We'll take a single slash here. We'll actually do Reckless Strike. And this should kill him.
Suits my purpose. You didn't stand a chance.
Excellent. And then we'll charge this character, and that should be the combat. Oh, what happened? Why did you stop moving? Maybe you got interrupted by the chair. I don't know. In any case, that poor little Heretic Cutthroat will not survive this next round.
Will do.
Psychic Scream from Adira should go down.
We are the spearhead of the Imperium.
You are indeed. Let's go ahead and take a look at
Doubt
Wyvern.
is for the weak.
Wyvern's not carrying one, thankfully. Boxcall says, who yield or falter in the courage? Oh, it's just repeating that stuff. Okay, let's take a look at what we have here. Scrappy autoguns, sword, chain sword. Okay, that can all go to cargo. Just hit tab. Make sure we don't leave anything behind. To cargo. Yep. We got goods here. That can all go to the cargo. We got belly turn wheels, machine spirit vaultlet, and set of econs, whatever that stuff is. Searchable heretics here. More swords. That can all go to the cargo. Another heretic over there to cargo. Examine
the Emperor favors me today.
That worked. Argenta succeeded her lord check. An exact replica of the von Valentius void ship sits on the pedestal. Labels indicate the main compartments and decks of the vessels. Cornelia says, Machine Spirit, please remember the Holy Ungans. And indeed, it is a miniature void ship contained in that area. We got open the door. It requires logic. Anything else that we can take a look at? We got this thing over here. The cozy seating area is completely destroyed. Pieces of furniture and splinters are scattered everywhere, and dark stains cover the upholstery. Take a look at the goods here.
Attention to detail is the key to success.
Rolls of synth leather, set of icons, and void sweat ale. That sounds delicious, doesn't it not, Cornelius? I always wanted some void sweat ale.
It's about time.
Okay, let's see what else do we got. Got more goods here. Got to get all the goods. Again, we got Xenos music box, Grok's meat rum steaks, and engraved flask. Okay. And we got doors to open. Let's take a look at this. The cogitator is silent. It seems that its machine spirit is no longer being powered by the motive force. Let's try using this. Here comes Abelard.
Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
Access received. Excellent. We got some goods here to loot. Anointed Purity Seal Wax, Catechism of St. Drusus, Plastic Crystal Cores, Service Skull Anti-Gravatic Impeller. Alright. And then, do we have anything else here? Melted Charge ×3. Explosive device suitable for eliminating flimsy obstacles. And Operator Gloves. The wearer of these gloves gains a +3 bonus to tech use checks. I'm going to send that to the inventory. The item you've equipped increases the tech use skill. It will now be easier to pass relevant skill checks. Equipped items affect the abilities of your party members. By regularly upgrading your equipment, you can significantly strengthen your character and their companions. Okay. So let's see who has the best tech use here. +30. The toss up between I guess I could give it to Abelard. There we go. Abelard has those gloves now. More goods. Golden Toke, Possessed Chaos Engine Heart, and rolls of synth leather.
None shall stand in my way.
Take a look at the store. Let's try tech use.
That wasn't so difficult.
That worked. We got goods here. Medikits and melted charges. We'll throw all that into inventory. Cornelia says, hey, also DM, you British are from the USA? Not trying to dox, just trying to figure out the accent. Actually, you might be from somewhere else because it's 7 a.m. here. Who wakes up at 7 a.m., Cornelius? I'm from I'm based here in Santa Fe, New Mexico, Cornelius. Let's see. Tech use. Let's try tech use to unlock this.
Would have been disciplined for such
Mantle
a
of
performance.
Heroism. Each heroic act used in battle increases the wearer's dodge by 10% until the end of combat, max 60%. Cool. And multi-key, universal lockpicking tool, provides an additional opportunity to open a lock, an expendable item. Okay, we'll take all that into our inventory. The cloak can go to my character. Equip. I can't equip it, unfortunately.
Not my specialty.
Oh, I see. So let's see, what's this guy's agility? Agility 40. Can't be equipped by the character. Can't. Oh, so it has to go to Abelard. Okay. So we'll equip him. And there goes the cloak on his character model. I'm glad that they have those little flourishes. Lamplet says, I mean, I wake up at 3 a.m. Sleep is, well, not for me, I suppose. Yeah, we're not going to go on for too much longer. It's getting late
Won't tolerate weakness.
where I am. Let's drop a save. Blow up the door, sure.
Duty prevails.
Excellent.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
There goes one of our melted charges. Huh.
Victory
So it
awaits.
seems like we're in combat. The roar of flames rings in your ears, and the choking smoke makes you cough and gasp for air. You instinctively recoil from the scorching heat, wiping your face. A moment later, a hazy silhouette forms in the raging wall of fire. You are surrounded by ear-splitting noise and screaming, yet you distinctly hear the sound of footsteps, and then you see the figure walk out of the fire towards you. It is Theodora von Valencius. Her expression is calm, terrifyingly so for someone whose body is engulfed in an inferno. One of her hands is resting on the hilt of her power sword, the other is raised in an inviting gesture. You lost my heir. Argenta goes still as a statue, then slowly raises her weapon. An apparition. A sorceress apparition. Trickery of the warp. Abelard says, Sister, you will lower your weapon. Despite his commanding tone, Abelard does not sound too confident. He is staring at the rogue traitor, and you notice a muscle in his cheek twitching. Threatening the Lord Captain is outrageous. I'm going to say, how did you get here? Theodora, I am a rogue traitor, Wyvern. I am wherever my will demands me to be. Would you prefer to be elsewhere at this time? Indubitably, but are you ready? Theodora watches you without blinking. Her snake-like glaze almost makes you forget about the fire searing you, leaving burns in your skin. I can lead you out of these flames, Wyvern, show you a path, rid you of pain, and give you a weapon so that you can defeat your enemies. Decide. Your mouth begins to salivate. Each word Theodora speaks is like music to your ears. The entity that now dwells in the deepest recesses of your mind is pleading, begging, demanding that you give her an immediate answer. And that answer can be nothing other than acceptance. Argenta, do not listen to this abomination, Wyvern. If there is not but his light in your heart, if you are resolute in your faith, then step into the flames. The Emperor protects. His faithful will not be deterred by either darkness or deceitful promises, nor will the fire burn those who carry the torch of faith in their soul. Nadira says, to the void with you. We need to follow Lady Theodora. before we suffocate in this furnace. Cornelius says, the Emperor protects. Abelard says, the people. Abelard looks back at the coughing and confused people around you. Wyvern, the survivors in the middle decks. We must help the crew. Lead them out and find a way around. Over the roaring flames you hear distant sounds, frightened voices, screams, muffled and distorted, as if there were a body of water between you and them. Adira says, then we'll miss our chance to meet up with Ed. Adira breaks off and starts coughing violently. Her knees buckle and she looks like she's about to fall. Wyvern, what are we waiting for? So we have a couple of options here. Conviction. Sometimes your character will have to make tough decisions based on their values, interests, and goals. Such decisions affect their convictions that can develop in 3 directions: Imperialis, Benevolentia, and Hereticus. Each includes 5 ranks. The higher a rank, the more zealously the character follows their convictions, and more noticeably the world around them reacts to their actions and decisions. Promotions to the ranks in each of the 3 directions opens up access to new dialogue lines, events, unique abilities, and also changes the attitude of others toward your character. Got it. Well, obviously, Imperialis. Walk through the fire. The Emperor will guide the righteous on their path. Thousands of needles pierce your consciousness, but are powerless to stop you. Imperialis, plus 12. Cornelius, none of your comments got deleted. They're all still there. You take a step forward and the illusion breaks. A wave of excruciating pain crashes over you, and Theodora's voice fades into the firestorm. You hear the voices of your companions calling you from behind, and the screams of the weak dying in the inescapable blaze. The blinding inferno, a harrowing pyre, the all-consuming storm releases you as you step out. Barely able to stay on your feet, the blood is pounding in your ears, drowning out the world around you. Your eyes, caked in soot and burnt eyelashes, refuse to open. Free from the flames, you take 2 more steps before collapsing to your knees. The rush of blood in your temples and the horrible pain all over your scorched body cloud your mind before suddenly retreating, as if driven away by some mighty will. A new strength spreads through your veins, and despite the wounds, your body is once more ready for trials and struggle. You open your eyes and see, aglow with warm light before you, the Aquila, the sacred symbol of the Imperium. The two-headed eagle sigil that signifies the Imperium. Very cool. In the next moment, you are struck with another realization. The repulsive presence, the one that has plagued your mind since Voiter wounded you, is gone. The fire seems to have burned the entity away without a trace. Abelard. Wyvern! Master Wyvern, can you hear me? A familiar voice cuts through the din, the pounding. Seneschal Abelard. Wurshian is leaning over you, peering into your face with a look of worry. He notices your gaze and breathes a sigh of relief. You are alive and sane, which is more than I was expecting after what you just did. Argenta. Praise the Emperor. Argenta kneels next to you, and for the first time you see her eyes radiate pure, unclouded joy. We pass through the flames. Oh, how can this be anything but a portent? For so it is said that the Emperor will bless the worthiest and most steadfast in their faith. Behind Argenta, you see Idira Sals doubled over in a fit of nausea. The rest of the people who are following you have withered away in the fire that continues to rage mere meters from you. I'm going to say, the Emperor protects Seneschal. Your tone renders Abelard motionless. Then he quickly makes the holy sign of the Aquila himself. Indeed he does, Wyvern. If I hadn't seen it myself, I never would have believed. Idira wipes her mouth and rasps, What happened to Lady Theodora? Did she follow us? Argenta says, There There was no Theodora, witch. Argenta is staring straight ahead, then crosses her arms over her chest with reverence. There was an illusion, a temptation, a foul taint that tried to lead us astray, but Wyvern perceived its true nature. Is that right? And that, sanctimonious? Well, says Adira, we'll just pretend like we didn't see the Lord Captain standing there in the fire. Abelard, you tell her. Abelard says, whatever it was, it matters no longer. Abelard sighs. Your conduct, Wyvern, is bordering around madness or holiness. A path opened behind you. Where one moment there was fire, the next only smoldering embers remained. Well, what am I saying? My eyes must have deceived me. Too much smoke from my lungs. Truly, would you have received wounds like these if there had been no fire? Argenta says, the wounds are merely a sign of a trial laudably passed. It is something to be proud of, the same as decorations or badges of honor. Argenta herself sounds proud, even fervid. Rise and stand tall. No element holds power over the righteous. Wyvern, even if you were anticipating another wave of pain, it does not come. Your muscles feel strong, and your limbs obey you without fail. And yet, deep inside, somewhere next to your heart and stomach, you feel a certain tension, akin to that of a taut string. You are at your limit, be it adrenaline or the strength of your faith. It will not carry you that much farther. Edelthrad. Von Valicia stares at you without trying to hide his awe. Wyvern, do my eyes deceive me? I could swear that I just witnessed you step out of a pillar of fire, with the rest following in your wake. I'm going to say, I hurried here to join forces with you and the others. It is time to push the heretics back. Edelthard says, indeed it is, Wyvern. Edelthard makes the sign of the Aquila and gives you another look. This time one of concern. Your wounds. Lord Port 40 looked closely at Edelthard. Succeeded. Edelthrad doesn't seem to have changed since you first met, but only at first glance. His face took a strange hue. Something like scales appeared on his temples, and there's a weird screeching note in his voice. These are not traces of fatigue and stress. The Psyker's body has begun to mutate, consequence of contact with the warp. I'm going to say, my faith will keep me upright with a weapon in my hand. That is all that matters. Edelthrad holds up his hand in a placating gesture. Pray forgive my insistence. I shall not be one to doubt the faith of he who has passed the trial by fire. I have gathered everyone who answered the Vox call and was able to hold a weapon. Yet I do not see the Lord Captain or her arch-militant in our midst. We are still receiving messages in her voice, but she is not responding to direct requests. I last saw Lady Theodora on the observation platform. When did you and she part ways? Abelard says it was at this very elevator, Master Edelthrad. The Lord Captain, accompanied by the Arch-Militant, headed to her chambers to retrieve an item of particular import. After that, all we heard were her Vox broadcasts. Edelthrad says, this is troubling, and the timing is inopportune. I am still receiving fragmentary reports from the bridge. Conrad Voiter was spotted there, and even what scant intelligence on his activities I have reminds me of descriptions of sorcerous rituals. If that traitor has resorted to witchcraft, we must stop him at once. I'm going to say, I shall go to Theodora's chambers to find her. Edelthrad nods. A reasonable approach. Take your escort with you. You may be waylaid. Once you have found the Lord Captain, you must beg her to go to the bridge and lead the counterattack. The rogue trader's appearance is sure to fill the defenders' hearts with hope, however frightened or exhausted they may be. Until next we meet, Wyvern, may the Emperor bless your deeds. I shall see you on the field of battle. Edelthrad salutes you with his weapon and turns to his retinue. Cornelia says, for the Emperor, the Imperial Aquila. Indeed, we passed a test of temptation. We strode through a wall of fire unscathed, obviously guided by the light of the Emperor himself, and we are on the cusp of finding out what happened to the Lord Captain, the rogue trader herself, Theodora von Valencius. But that discovery will have to await the next session because it is late here, and I am an old wyvern, and as an old wyvern, I do need my rest. So I'm going to go ahead and call it a session here. I'd like to thank everyone who joined me for this journey into the grim dark of the 41st millennium here of Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader. I'd like to thank Cornelius for keeping me company and for celebrating the giga chatness of the Emperor in my live stream chat. I look forward to seeing you all back here again at the Wyvern's Lair very soon.